And now joining us now to speak more about that game as well as the Stormers' 29-10 win over the Lions is sports journalist Nathan Gogela. Nathan, a very good evening and thank you so much for coming through. A massive victory for the Sharks over the Bulls at the Shark Tank and a very entertaining encounter, I must say.
Hi, Kwena. Yes, it was an entertaining encounter. So many disruptions before the game for the Sharks, losing Eben Etzebeth and Bonge Monambi in the week, and so many illnesses in the side. Then last minute, Siya Kolisi not being able to be fit enough, sustaining a calf injury on Thursday, but it was only announced on match day before kickoff that he was not available with Dylan Richardson as well. But very entertaining game indeed in Durban.
Just looking at the performance of the Sharks, what would you say worked for them? At one point at 17 all, it could have gone either way.
Exactly, but must commend the depth that the Sharks have. Losing three hookers and still be able to come up with a win, especially in the set piece battle against a very good Bulls outfit. At the back, Cecilia Fast at the back was really secure at the back. I think everything came well. The cohesion was there from the James from Durban. The Bulls struggled, missed opportunities off the boot of Johan Goosen. But so it was a good win for the Sharks.
Would you say it came down to that, to the boot and the misses? Because there were a number of misses from Goosen, but we also saw on the side of the Sharks, Hendrikse also missed a couple of possible three-pointers.
Yeah, it must come down to the small margins, and I think if Johan Goosen had to convert those opportunities, then maybe it could have swung it the other way around. So again, I think it comes down to the small margins, and maybe perhaps if Johan Goosen had to slot those goals, maybe the score would have been different.
Now that the Sharks have gained some real momentum, 4 in a row in the competition, can they mount a challenge for the title?
For sure. Anything is possible now. They've got the Bok players back. They're obviously now on a high with confidence. Winning at home, it's not easy, especially with the disruptions. And I think they've got depth. If they lose players, we saw what they're capable of doing with the amount of players they have in their personnel. And I think they are contenders. Yes, they are obviously on the rise now. In the URC log, especially even now with the Champions Cup as well, Investec Champions Cup.
Just again, with the Sharks finding their momentum, doing very well, what has gone wrong with the Bulls? Is there something that you can put your finger on as to what is the problem with the Bulls of late?
It's funny you say that. After the post-match press conference, the Bulls coach, Jake White, spoke about, he made reference to Pep Guardiola, how Manchester City is doing at the moment, and he was scratching his head thinking what is actually going wrong. So maybe the coach feels maybe he needs to rethink, and maybe he needs to look at himself, maybe coaching style, maybe change a few things on the way he approaches game day. So I think Jake White has a lot to ponder on, especially for himself as a coach.
Looking at, as we said, the Sharks and Bulls, a very entertaining game, but the Stormers and the Lions, not that entertaining. The Stormers finally put an end to their woes with a win against the Lions. How important was that win for the Stormers?
Yeah, it's important. 4 games after the international break, the Stormers get a win at home. The second game now at the DHL Stadium for the home side. It's very important going into this coming week against the Sharks. A Sharks outfit that will probably be fielding the strongest team again because they'll be having a break after this festive season. So, and I think it's going to be a tough one for the Stormers, but massive. A lot of confidence the Stormers will take out of this game.
As I said, not as exciting as the Bulls and Sharks encounter. Looking at the Lions' performance, what did you make of it? Because it took them a while to really even put points on the board.
I think small errors from the Lions. They got that red card from Ruben Skuman that hit on Moabelo. It seems like Moabelo is a target of many teams. That red card, I think, it really put them down the pump. They were at halftime, the scores was 15-0 to the Stormers, and I think they did very well to front up when there were 14 players playing with 14 players.
And unfortunately, this comes at the expense of another injury to Sasha. Should we as Bok fans be worried about his recent injury record?
Yeah, I think it's very unfortunate with Sasha Fangumngomezulu again. Just another injury concern with the hip. Getting a hit from Asenatin Tlabagani, the tighter prop of the Lions. I mean, listen, the Rassi has stated that he wants to build depth within the Bok environment. So I think there is a pecking order. Obviously, we know there's still Damon Willis still to come back. There's still Manu Lebok there as well. So there are players that are still there that know and understand that the Bok environment. The 100 Pollard is still there. So even a few others, even Hendrikse has played for the Box. So I mean, there's still a lot of depth within the setup. But yes, obviously concerns for the Stormers setup because they've lost a key player that they've obviously wanted to have, especially now against the Sharks this coming weekend.
All right, Nathan, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you, as always, for making time to speak to our sports journalist, Nathan Gogela, as we talk about the URC matches that involved South African teams where we saw 2 derbies. And that's where we leave it from the sports desk. It's back to Naledi.